arbiters of their destiny, I would like to welcome you to the Ivy League. It's the Ivy League.
First person beat me at wrong house. Okay, this is Curtis Kelly with Trinity Thompson from Fairway Mortgage. Welcome to the show. Having a mortgage loan officer, I believe, is the first point of contact someone should have before getting into the real estate market. How would have someone like you on their side benefit just the general public?
Sure. I mean, the reality is that you don't want to put the horse before the carriage, right? So when you're thinking about purchasing a home, the most important thing is making sure that you can qualify and making sure you understand how much you can qualify for and are comfortable with monthly. Whenever I qualify anybody, I always go over a monthly budget. That's very important. I don't want to make any of my clients house poor. And yes, I get paid on commission, but I want to be able to sleep at night. So we always go over budget. So if you're out there shopping, your first contact was your realtor, and you're out there shopping with your realtor, and you're looking at all these homes, and then you come to me second, and you want to get pre-approved, and you find out you don't qualify or you're not comfortable with that payment at the price point those houses were, you're going to break your own heart, right? So it's definitely very, very important that when you are starting the journey or thinking about it is reaching out to a loan officer, making sure that you can qualify, and have your finances ready for when you are able to make that purchase. So I would definitely say make sure the finances and everything are in order, your pre-approval is in order, and then get to shopping. Don't shop first.
It's best to have that direct contact with you prior to speaking to their agent, so that way they'll know what they're approved for. And if they're not able to be approved, you're still a great contact for them to contact on a regular basis to say like, hey, I've done this, I've paid this off, or what do you think I should pay off in order to get my credit score up to qualify or something like that, correct?
Yeah, exactly. I had plenty of clients who I've been working with for months, even years, right? Who we're just getting them set up on a plan financially to be where they need to be to purchase, whether that's paying off some credit cards or fixing their credit, whatever it might be. That's part of our job as well, is setting them up financially. Typically they do end up reaching out to a realtor first, but the great realtors out there, they know, hey, we're not doing anything until you get pre-approved.
A lot of realtors won't even show you homes unless you're pre-approved.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you go to request a showing for a property, especially a luxury property or anything like that, and you don't have proof of funds or a pre-approval, the listing agent typically isn't even going to let you schedule.
Someone working with you prior to even shopping for a home is almost like a cheap financial advisor, because you don't charge anyone to do these services, to help them with getting their credit together and helping them getting their finances together prior to getting a home. It's something that you actually do for free because you get paid by commission. So helping them ultimately helps yourself.
Correct. Yeah, you're absolutely right. All my consultations are free. Even a pre-approval is free. It's no cost. So the only time that I'm getting paid is after close of escrow, and that's not even coming out of the client's pocket. The bank's paying me, right? So, it's definitely important to get set up and understand, hey, we're not here to just try and get money out of you. Yeah, it's not a money grab. We're really just trying to set you up to be on the right path when you do decide to purchase that home.
What has been the most rewarding part of being out on your own and not receiving like a true salary?
I would have to say my work-life balance. I don't think I've ever had that. It was always school and work and focusing on building a retirement plan and all that kind of stuff. So being a loan officer, I am able to make my own schedule and make sure that I'm still taking care of myself outside of work as well.
That's cool. I hear that work-life balance is a myth, that there's no such thing as true work-life balance, that something's got to suffer. Either your work is going to suffer or your personal life is going to suffer. What do you think about that?
I hear that a lot from a lot of people, and people are always like, you have to grind in the beginning, and but that's where burnout comes from. And so it's hard. It's not an easy thing to accomplish, I think, but I think it is crucial for your mental health, especially when that's a big topic nowadays. I struggle with it sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, I can get a little lackadaisical on either side, work life or personal life. So it is hard to balance it, but you have to find that time for yourself, for your loved ones. Those are important.
Yeah.
Time will get away from you before you know it. And
you turn around and you gain some extra weight, gain a few extra years, and you're like, man, where all of this come from?
Right.
It just happens like overnight. I know you're pretty loyal to your workout and that you work out pretty consistently. That helps you out a lot to keep you balanced and
gym is me time. So that's why in the mornings my phone is on do not disturb. Unless it's an emergency, I'm probably not going to respond. That's where I take my time to really focus on myself. The gym has definitely helped me physically. I've had a lot of bodily injuries that have handicapped my quality of life, and the gym has kind of settled that for me. So that, and of course the mental health aspect of it. So there's nothing better than hitting a new PR and then getting about your day after that.
Yeah.
So the endorphin flowing. So
that's cool. You know what? I actually started taking a boxing class, and at the end of the day, like when I'm super stressed and I have so much stuff going on, it feels good just to let it all out on the bag and just get all my frustration out and then go home and be able to focus on whatever I need to focus on. So
Right.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So focusing more like on mortgage, me being a home inspector, you being in the mortgage industry, what are like some of the new programs coming out in the mortgage industry that I'm not aware of course, but I hear stuff on social media and stuff like that. So what's new out there?
There's always something new on the mortgage side. There's always new guidelines. There's always something changing. A lot of people are super excited coming up here this next month. Actually, the Cal Half a Dream program is coming back. So that's a 20% down payment assistance program. So it went in 11 days last time. So I'm sure it'll go just as quickly this time. So, if you want to jump on that train, you got to get on it quickly.
Yeah.
But so that's really exciting. That'll be coming up. We're not exactly sure how much money they're allocating this round, but we're hoping at least what they gave us the last time. So,
Nice.
We have more of a chance to get our clients into it.
Got it. So coming from someone who has no idea of what that program is, how does that help a buyer, that program?
It gives them the money that they need for the down payment, right? So it's 20%. And the positive about the 20%, which, all of us are taught we need 20% to buy a house, right? Which is not true. But the 20% will allow you to avoid mortgage insurance. So mortgage insurance can be several $100s a month. So this will definitely help them lower that monthly payment and get to a house that, maybe they thought that they couldn't or was a little bit out of their budget. So that's really exciting. The other thing that we're hoping they're bringing back with it is a single refinance option. So with down payment assistance programs, they're notorious for being hard to refinance because then that loan comes due, that second mortgage comes due. And this one, they're allowing us one refinance without it coming due, which is really exciting. So,
That's good. Yeah, that allows a lot of leeway,
right.
which helps a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, especially in times like these, right?
Yeah, for sure. Question that we always have is it a good time to buy?
It's always a good time to buy. When you're ready to buy, that's the time to buy. And I get this question every single day with every client, right? With interest rates being so high, like, why would I want to buy now? One thing that a lot of people have to take into perspective is that when interest rates are high, home prices typically are lower, right? And then once the balance tips the other way, interest rates come down, home prices surge. And the reality is, if you have a great loan officer, they're going to refinance you when those rates come down anyways. Myself, I'm refinancing all my clients with no lender fees, and I'm covering their closing costs on their refinance.
Wow, that's huge.
So for me, it's definitely still a great time to buy when the home prices are lower, and let's refinance you when they come down.
Right. So you'll keep like a database, and as the rates kind of go down and it's reasonable for those people, you'll contact them and let them know, like, hey, now is probably one of the better times to refinance.
Yeah, all my clients, I set a reminder, to check in with them regularly. And then when that time comes due, all of them will be hearing from me when we're getting ready to refinance. I already have clients that are reaching out. Is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it time yet? No, hold your horses,
That's
we'll
cool.
get there. So
That's cool to actually have somebody on your side. So, with the daily struggle of life, or just people being busy throughout the day, it's hard to keep track of everything, right? Keeping track of your mortgage, keeping track of your kids, keeping track of your own personal goals. It's good to have somebody like you who's actually going to watch out for their mortgage and keep track of what's going on, keep their finger on the pulse of things, so they can refinance and save some money down the road. So
right. I mean, that's what, a professional should do, is keep track of those things for their clients. It's one less thing that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if you don't keep track, there's other loan officers that are watching too. So if you don't hit them up and keep in front of them, another loan officer will. So it's definitely important to keep that follow up and that consistency there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So what's the most satisfying part of being a loan officer?
The most satisfying part is definitely getting somebody into a home when they didn't think they could afford it.
Yeah.
I've kind of found my niche in helping those people who are a little harder to get approved. And as soon as they find out, I am able to get them approved and they are able to accomplish this American dream of owning a house, it's incredibly rewarding. So, there's definitely been some tears shed with a few clients, and stuff like that. But
yeah, and it's the same, I think, with being a home inspector, right? We're dealing with people during the most, one of the most happiest times of their life. They're buying a house, starting a family, and to see the excitement when they get the keys it's, oh man, there's no other feeling like it, Yeah, I love the real estate industry. It's one of those industries that's really flexible. A lot of networking is done, right? So I know you're in the mortgage business. I think I've actually helped one of your clients inspected one of their homes. He was a super cool guy. So you get to know a lot of people. How have networking helped you in this business?
I mean, it's incredibly important. We're now in that era where cold calling just is not going to work. No one's going to answer the phone for somebody that they don't know, or as soon as they realize you're cold calling them, they're just like checked out.
Yeah.
So networking is very important. That's how I get all my business. All my business is referral. I do not cold call at all. I probably should here and there, but all my business is referral, and I'm a firm believer that if you make those relationships with people, they'll stay much more loyal to you than if you did a great job and closed one of their loans, but they don't know you, right? So I think that's really important for anybody to know, is go out there and meet people in your industry, even fellow loan officers or inspectors. You never know when they might send you something that they couldn't get done, or vice versa, so yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Trinity, for coming and stopping by the Ivy League. I truly appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It was good talking to you.
All right,
take care.